Hello and welcome everyone to the summary of turn 7 of my solo playthrough of Armies and Alliances Arnhem 44. The orange pawns on the board show mostly the allied combats that took place on this turn, and sometimes they're just a reminder for me to mention something important that I want to highlight. And the yellow pawns are where the Germans attacked this turn. So starting in the Arnhem drop zone, the Allies attempted to drop 2 supplies there, but both were shot down by the 88, which at the time was standing here, I believe. But they played a card, Short Sterling, which still allowed for 1 supply to be dropped, and which meant that at least one of the artillery units managed to fire on this turn. And over here, this artillery unit actually used to be there, and the Germans, the Allies would have inflicted a hit hadn't the Germans played this card, which kind of prevented it. And later on the German movement turn, the SS infantry unit came from here, and the artillery unit retreated to a safer spot because infantry defending a town defend on a 4, and artillery, when attacked from by an adjacent unit, only defends on a 1. So you really do not want to have artillery defending alone. So that's why I move those pieces around a bit. And here on the German turn, they actually inflicted a hit here on the Allies. A tank attacked along with an infantry unit into the open. This is clear terrain. It wasn't a very strong attack, but it was enough to inflict a hit. Over here, the Germans destroyed 2 Polish full-strength units. How did they do that? I believe they actually used, I think it was these 2 artillery units to also help out in the attack. The 2 infantry units here, the recon participated, so 2 artillery units, the heavy armor and the SS unit. And they scored 4 hits, I believe, or even 5. And and the Poles scored none, obviously. So they were completely destroyed. Also because this was actually the hex they were in, and there was no place they could retreat to without actually. Well, they weren't able to cross the river, obviously, and any other place they would have retreated to would have been into a German ZOC, which is prohibited. And for the very sharp-eyed among you, the Germans also played this card, which meant that they got to place another step beneath an infantry, non-SS infantry unit. And, obviously they picked this one to shore up the defenses in Nijmegen again. There was an attack here too. These 4 infantry attacked this infantry, but I believe that was actually the last attack. Yeah, that makes sense. And as you can see here, there was no result. There was an attack here against the drop zone. It was supported by this artillery unit, I believe, but the 2 artillery units of the 82nd defended along with the infantry under attack. And I believe this is also difficult terrain, so yeah, that gave them another defense. So they actually managed to hold out along with their artillery support, but they currently don't have any ammo left, any supplies left. So the same is true here for the British, and in the south I guess they don't have all that much supply left either. So the situation is getting to be a bit precarious for the Allies everywhere, really. This time I didn't actually forget to have the Germans fire twice as well with their artillery, which is of course perfectly okay. The Allies on their turn also attacked this hex with artillery support, but I believe they even suffered a hit themselves. So that wasn't much of a success. Over here, I actually turned it upside down to remind myself that this unit got destroyed here by all these airborne infantry. They probably got aid. Yeah, I should have turned these around still. They were probably aided by some of the artillery, and but yeah, the road still isn't cleared. I did move around these pieces somewhat, and that re-established supply to these airborne units over here. Well, not this one actually, but so on the next turn, these two will be out of supply again, but not these. And they were actually out of supply during the moving phase, which doesn't mean that they can't move anymore. So it's just halved. So they redeployed a little bit, and supply can still be traced through friendly units. So this German unit does not exert a ZOC anymore into any of these hexes. Well, it does, but it's negated. This unit still does. It exerts a ZOC here. So from here on, the road is again blocked, and there's more German units here. This German unit used to be over here, but it moved here to be a bit stronger with some infantry support, and it's still blocking the road, but it's not a single unit anymore, which is why I did it. And over here, I believe, if I remember correctly, there was an air attack against a German unit, and not quite sure what happened there actually. I kind of forgot, but yeah, it was an air attack, which I believe forced this one. No, it didn't force anything back, because it was it's like a bombardment, air bombardment, and you cannot retreat. So I'm not actually quite sure what happened there. So I guess it wasn't all that important after all. The Germans still attacked here with 2 infantry with artillery support, but the airborne infantry aided in the defense, and because of that, actually the Germans suffered a hit. I believe one of these or something may have aided as well, but well, this one it actually was. In defense, they can still support, albeit on a 1 only, but this one was at that time in supply, I believe. All right, maybe I did that wrong. That's quite possible as well, because it was after the German movement, so this one would have been out of supply. So I probably counted too many. So I think I will undo that, because the difference certainly wasn't that big. So that would actually negate that hit, and because of that, so this score isn't actually accurate. The Allies score should be lowered by 2 then, so they're back to 19, and the Germans actually have 28 at this point. The 2 green chips denote 10 extra. They're actually Axis and Allies chips, but there's no really any other way to denote that. Yeah, of course you could put some other roundels from this particular game as well, but I decided to do it like this. So next turn will be turn 8. Thank you again for watching. I hope you enjoyed.